A great afternoon to you. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights. Good Sunday afternoon. This weather video driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin Cities Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. We have some rain that's beginning to move into the region. It's really not reaching the ground until you get into parts of southern Vermont. And you can see some of the reporting stations here. Bennington seeing some generally light rain, and of course temperatures are relatively warm. We're starting to see that rain work into the southern four counties of Vermont, spreading north now. And temperatures were in the 50s at Bennington. It's beginning to cool down just a little bit. Still in the 50s to the north. It's a relatively mild day. It's a far cry from any snow right now, but that's going to be the trend as we have a transition. Let's check the latest modeling. Okay, this is the Kachura method of total snow, and we can see this being accrued. This is valid at about 5 o'clock this Sunday evening, and you can see we're starting to see snowfall reach even into some of the lower valleys, kind of probably a rain-snow mix. This begins to continue to spread, and really notably eastern Bennington, western Windham counties, starting to get into the southwest corner of Windsor, southeast corner of Rutland County, and this continues to spread. This will start to continue to accumulate. This is valid now at about 11 p.m. This Sunday evening. We get up to 6-inch amounts in some of the summits being achieved around Mount Snow, for example, towards Stratford, Okemo, and whatnot. And this kind of continues that trend. It does get into, of course, eastern parts of Rutland and western Windsor County. And it tries to make a little bit of a run up the spine of the Greens into southern Washington County, roughly probably about Lincoln Peak and Point South. A little bit also in the secondary ranges of the higher elevations of Orange County, Groton Forest, generally areas around the higher terrain there, any of the heights of land. And then this is valid, of course, during Monday afternoon, but these are basically total accumulations. That's the European model. Let's take a look at the others. Okay, this is the look at the NAM model, and it's using the Ferrier rhyme correction. So what we can see is the accrued snow here. This is valid about 01Z. That's going to be 9 o'clock this evening. That's 10, 11, 1, midnight, 1, 2 o'clock, 3, 4, 5. We're talking 6 a.m. Monday morning. That's 7, 8, and we're pretty much at that point finished according to the NAM model. You can kind of see where the heavier amounts here, generally 3, a little bit of some purples here, and some of the higher peaks. That's the NAM. HRF model here, and here we go. So we're starting to see basically some snow in the spine. This is valid by 5 p.m. That's 6, 7, 8, and you can see this is hourly, not accumulated, but where the heavier snows are falling. A little bit of a shift out of southern parts of Vermont into central parts of Vermont, even parts of eastern Orange County, the higher elevations, eastern Washington County, seeing a little bit there. Now this is valid at about 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we start to see a winding down, much lesser intensities overnight and into tomorrow morning. High resolution rapid refresh, HRRR. Starting to see the high grounds here. This is a little bit later, maybe a little bit more of an elevated snow level, but you can kind of see the spread here. This is 04Z, that's 5Z. 6Z is 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday. It looks like it gets almost into Washington County with slightly greater than 2-inch amounts. The areas, of course, east of the Killington area, eastern portions of Rutland, western Windsor, Route 4, for example, Route 5. Route 4, excuse me, and then down around, looks like the eastern portions of Bennington primarily. Subtle different changes with each of the computer modeling world. This is a total amount of precipitation from the Velka Wharf model. What you can see here is some pretty intense snowfall being predicted there, even 2 feet plus. I'm not sure this is going to be realized here, but there is a lot of precipitation associated in the southern Green Mountain slopes here. But again, off the deck, we're going to see some wet snow loading up in the highest terrain, the highest infrastructure, and then it peters out as you head further to the north, but you can see the subtle differences. And back to the European. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.